Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best point guards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM right now. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Number 10, I'm going with Invincible Kobe Bryant. I just don't think Kobe is that great. He's very good. I don't think he's next level insane, though. They didn't change Kobe's release on his Invincible, which I think hurts the card a little bit. He does obviously have invincible stats and badges. He's incredibly complete all the way around statistically and badge wise, and then his animations are very good. Kobe size up is good, Curry escape is great, Lillard behind the back is great. D-Book leaner, some people love D-Book leaner. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't think it's bad, but I'd prefer normal, and I definitely prefer Trey. Quick drops off one as well, has Kobe release on very quick, which isn't a bad release. I just don't think it's elite. Like, we got some really elite releases on some of these PGs at this point. Releases like John Stockton base, Kevin Porter Jr. base, KCP base, bases like that, O'Shea Brissett. I'd like to see any of those types of bases on this Kobe card, and he doesn't have any of those, so I just don't think he's the best. He's not bad by any means. I just don't think he's next level amazing. Now, speaking of guys without great releases, Magic Johnson is at number 9. They gave Magic an elite release. He'd be like a top 3-point guard in the game, but he has maybe the worst release on this list. 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. Again, an invincible card with pretty much perfect stats and badges, but the Magic release on very quick, which is a slow, kind of ugly release. Now, Sigs are elite. Francis size up, best size up in the game probably. Wall escape, Lillard behind the back, quick drops off one, and normal leaner. His main flaw is that he doesn't have a great release, because everything else, he moves elite, he's got incredible size, he's an elite defender, and he's an amazing slasher. Just does not have the shot creation, or the shooting ability, really. Shot creation is great. The shooting itself is not, and that's why he's all the way down at number 9. LaMelo Ball comes in at number 8. I have a thing with LaMelo cards this year. I don't know why. I feel like he should be better than he is. 6'7", has, again, perfect stats and badges pretty much because he's an invincible card. But LaMelo release, I like the LaMelo base. I'm not quite as high on the LaMelo base as some people are. I like it more on Tim Thomas. I honestly like it more on KG as well. But on LaMelo himself with his own upper, I don't think it's incredible. It's not bad. It's fast. It just feels a little bit inconsistent. Normal leaner is good. Steph's escape is good. And Lillard behind the back is really good. But this LaMelo size up as well, I kind of think sucks. I'm not a big fan of this LaMelo size up, especially on a point guard. I'd rather him have better Sigs for his size up than the LaMelo size up. Give him T-Mac or Darius Garland or Steve Francis, obviously, or Derrick Rose, or one of those elite level size ups. I don't feel like LaMelo size up is that. I think it's kind of slow. Not a huge fan. Combine that with the release being a little bit inconsistent, in my opinion. I'm just not that high on LaMelo. I think he's good. I think he's very good, but I can't put him higher than number 8. Number 7, gonna go Invincible MJ. Again, a guy I'm just not incredibly high on personally compared to probably the consensus. I'm sure the consensus would have MJ top 5. I'm just not part of that. I think he's 7. 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, so he's a little undersized. He's the shortest point guard left on the list. Hot spots from everywhere. I know the stats are, again, he just like all the other cards in this list so far, he's another invincible card. Perfect stats and badges. But KPJ base, while being the best base in the game, is combined with the MJ upper, which is a pretty bad upper and kind of limits how elite the release is, because if he had a better upper, he'd be one of the better shot creation point guards in the game. But even with the best base in the game, not having a good upper does hurt the jump shot a lot this year. Trey leaner is the best leaner in the game. His Sigs are incredible with Francis size up and Trey escape. Lillard behind the back as well. Does not have quick drops, but the MJ dribble style, or sorry, MJ dunk is very good. He's a very, very good card. Honestly, I might be putting him a little bit low at 7. I just don't like his upper end. I don't like the fact he's undersized, so we're putting him at number 7. Now, Hito Turkoglu comes in at number 6. Yes, I think some people are going to be like, how in the world are you putting a Galaxy Opal Hito over MJ? Well, I like Hito's release better, and he's 6'10", and he still comes with all the key badges that I want. Bully, Limitless, Takeoff, Posterizer, Agent 3, Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, Guard Up, Limitless Range, Clamp Breaker, Handles for Days, Quick First Step, Unpluckable, Anchor, Clamps, Glove. He's got all the main key badges still. He's still got elite speed, great shooting ability, incredible slashing, and elite perimeter defensive ability, and even though his interior stats are not as good as MJ's, he has going to be a better interior defender because he's 4 inches taller. Now, also has the Stockton base Trey upper on very quick, which is the closest release to base 98 in the game. The one thing he doesn't have going for him compared to MJ is that the normal leaner is not as good as the Trey leaner, and he also has Trey behind the back, which is not nearly as good as Lillard or even like a Levine behind the back. But Kyle Lowry size up, Curry escape, still moves really, really well. Still an elite half-court card and an amazing, really, really good in terms of his size point guard. He is the best budget point guard in the game, especially for his price. I mean, he's like 10,000 MT, which is crazy cheap. I literally still think he's the 6th best point guard in the game. I think you could argue him as high as 5. I'm putting Ron Artest slightly above him because I think Ron is a little bit more complete, but these two are really close in my opinion. I think I had them actually flip-flopped on my last list. I think I had Tito over Artest, but I've swapped my opinion on that now. But 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere for our test, 96 speed and excel, 95 shot 3, 95 driving dunk, 98 and 99 across the board on all the key defensive stats. Defensive consistency doesn't matter. Every single key perimeter defensive badge, clamp breaker, handles for days, quick first step, catch and shoot, dead eye, limitless range, agent 3, bully, fast twitch, limitless takeoff, and posterizer. Has the best fade in the game. Has Markel full space, Rudy up on very quick, which is still a great release. DMH size up, Trey escape, lid behind the back are great SIGs, and he doesn't have quick drops or front clutches, which is kind of his one flaw. Doesn't have an elite dunk animation, but that's not really a huge deal in my opinion. And I think because of especially how elite he is defensively, even at only 6'7", as well as probably moving a little better than Hito, and probably maybe even he's just a slightly better card than Hito, I think. I think it's damn close, but I'm going to give the slight edge to our test. Now, Scotty Barnes, this new Scotty Barnes card, number 1, super cheap. Number 2, super elite. If you need a budget point guard, Scotty Barnes is your guy right now. Obviously, I think Hito's a little cheaper and probably a little not quite as good, but if you can pay for Scotty Barnes, you should get him because he is amazing. 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan, so he's got really nice size. Hot spots from everywhere, 35 hops, include all the key finishing badges, agent 3, catch and shoot, limitless range, all the key playmaking badges, and then elite all-around defensive badges, including some interior ones as well, like anchor, post, lockdown, and rebound chaser. Defensive stats are phenomenal. He's a great slasher, very capable shooter, and super quick, but also has a better release now. DG base, Scotty Barnes upper on very quick. I don't love the Scotty upper, but the Darius Garland base is really fast and really good. Normal leaner, Francis size up, wall escape, the lid behind the back, and quick drops off 1. Between the size that he's got now, the improved release and the improved movement, as well as the elite stats and badges, and the fact that he's got a really nice release now, I think he's a top 4 point guard in the game. Number 3, going with Ben Simmons. Ben would be the best point guard in the game if he had a really good release. I really do believe that. As great as the top point guard in the game is, and I think y'all know who I'm thinking of, we'll get to him in a second though, Ben would be better if he had an elite release because he's 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan, and he has the glitchiest slashing animations maybe in the game, especially at the point guard position. It's not close. Defensively, he's absolutely insane. He has an amazing player build. He's incredibly fast, and he's always an incredible slasher and defender as well as playmaker. And then shooting-wise, he can shoot stats and badge-wise really well. His release is just a little bit on the slower side, which does hurt the card a little bit, but then you have a guy who has Trey escape, loaded behind the back at 6'11". The movement is exceptional. Front clutch dunk animations. He is the best slashing point guard in the game, no doubt about it. This card is amazing. He just has a pretty mediocre release, and despite having that mediocre of a release, I'm still putting him top 3 because I think he's that good. I just wish he had a slightly better release because he'd be as good as Jokic and maybe even better. Spoiler alert, by the way, that's the number 1 point guard. But I'm going Luka at number 2 still. I think some people are going to say I'm a little high on Luka. I just think Luka has the best release of any point guard in the game, and I also think he's the best 3 hunter in terms of SIGs. Between the SIGs and release, I think he's the best 3 hunting PG in the game, and I think he provides enough defensively and is very good as a slasher as well, where he is the second best point guard in the game. 95 speed and excel, 98 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, really solid defense. Great stats and badges, especially offensively, but defensively he holds his own as well. KPJ base, Rudy upper on very quick. It's much better upper than MJ has. Also has the Trey escape, Trey size up, Trey fade, Lillard behind the back, quick drops off 1. I just think he's a better offensive MJ and a little bit bigger. I know maybe MJ's a little bit better defensively, but the extra size that Luka provides I think is really useful as well, and his release in my opinion is much better, which is why I give him a pretty significant edge over MJ and put him all the way up at number 2. And number 1, no surprise, going to be Hero Nikola Jokic. He is the best point guard in the game still, and probably will be until we get a 6'10", 6'11" card with pretty much perfect SIGs and an absolutely elite release. 6'11" with a 7'3" wingspan, hot spots from everywhere, 40 hops, 94 speed and excel, 98 shot 3, 90 driving dunk, 95 standing, 94, 92, 92, 90, 92 stats defensively, which is really good for a 6'11" player. Has, again, pretty much every key badge in the game. When you look at badges that you'd like to see on Hoff, fast twitch is 1. Maybe glove, pick, dodger, challenger, and that's about it. Chase down artist potentially. This Pascal base, Oscar upper on very quick though, is really good. I like Eric Pascal base a ton. And then it's really fast. And then MJ dribble style, Curry size up, wall escape, the lid behind the back, quick drops off 1 again. Just really, really great animations as well. When you have a guy with these types of animations, an elite release, and amazing stats and badges at 6'11", they're just gonna be the best point guard in the game. And that's the way it is with Nikola Jokic right now. He's been the best point guard in the game, honestly, for a while now. Card came out in April. It's been almost 2 months, and he's still the best point guard in the game. Probably will be for a while until we get like an in-game point guard or an invincible point guard with elite size who also has perfect animations. So yeah, amazing card, and this is my top 10 point guards list right now. Let me know what you think of my list down in the comment section down below. If there's anybody you think I ranked too high or too low, feel free to let me know. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.